back again after a long time with you, and today we'll be discussing about a topic which is very, very close to my heart, and we are doing more and more cases with that technique that we call the composite hair transplant, where we combine the follicular unit transplant or the strip surgery with the perfect eye technique and ensure a very good coverage even in advanced grades of baldness, grade 5, grade 6. So in my opinion, this is one of the best techniques when you want to maximize the hair, maximize the donor extraction from the scalp area. Because if you're doing FUT alone, and we have talked about this multiple times, that if you're doing FUT alone, we take around 25 to 2800 grafts. If you're doing FUE or perfect eye alone, depending on the donor, we can take 3000 to 4000 grafts. Maybe sometimes if the donor area is excellent, we have gone up to 4500 also, but that is not in every patient. So mostly it is 3000 to 4000 with FUE or perfect eye, and 2500 to 2800 with a strip surgery. But what if we need 6000 grafts, 7000 grafts, and the patient is not willing to give a lot of beard hair, or the patient does not have beard hair? Then what you do? Then we combine FUT with perfect eye, and that is called the composite hair transplant. And here at Medlinks, we are doing a lot of these cases. So today, we'll be presenting one such case where the patient has very kindly agreed to share his story with all of you, and we will see what we did and what was the outcome. So here it goes. So as you can see, this man is a young patient around 35 years old and with an extensive grade 6 male pattern hair loss. So the interesting thing about this patient is that he was a patch user. He used to wear a hair wig since many years, because earlier he was told that a hair transplant is not possible. He was also scared of doing a hair transplant surgery because he didn't know where to go, and he thought that patch is the best option. But after a few years of usage of the patch, he got very, very fed up with it, because it needs a lot of maintenance. As you all know, patch needs monthly maintenance. You have to trim it, you have to replenish the hair that are lost in the patch, the social embarrassment that is there during swimming, during exercises, the irritation that the patient faces when the glue is sticking on it. So because of all this, he wanted to explore a more long-term solution, and that is why he came to Medlinks for his hair transplant. So after examining his donor and talking to the patient and understanding his expectations, we thought that around 6500 plus grafts should be enough to give him a decent coverage, a good hairline, and to bring him to the look that is comparable to his patch look. So we planned that we would do an FUT plus perfect eye hair transplant for him, and now I'll discuss the details. So these are the before pictures. So this is the front view. As you can see, the hairline has receded a lot. A few hair are left at the top, but not much, and also the crown area is totally bald. So this you see is the crown area, and when it comes to hair transplant, this is the most difficult area to do a transplant on. And on top of it, he had these patches. A couple of patches were here. These are the patches where he was using the clips for the patch, and that was causing a lot of fracture alopecia. So these areas were also targeted. One thing here to note is that the results of your transplant, the growth of transplanted hair, depends on the quality of skin as well, the quality of the donor skin. So the skin which is normal, not damaged, will grow well, as compared to the skin which is scarred, damaged because of either chronic pull, burn scars. There are certain skin diseases which causes scarring. So on a scarred skin, the results come, but they come a bit late and a bit less. So this is another view of the clear view of the crown area. You see it's such a big area, and see these are the patches which were caused because of the chronic clipping of the hair. So this is what we did for him. We did a good frontal coverage. So this was on day 1. As you can see, here. So when we do the surgery on day 1, we typically cover the front using the perfect eye hair. The hair that we take from the perfect eye technique, we use it on the front. The reason being, as you all know, in perfect eye there is no storage. The damage to the roots is minimal, and that is why the results are slightly better and faster than compared with any other technique. So here in the front, we did the perfect eye hair, and on the top, the remaining area, we did the hair that we took from the FUT procedure. This is the area that was covered on the second day, like this, here. So again, if you see closely, in the front, being the frontal area, the hairline zone, we use a higher density. In the middle scalp, we go for a lower density because this is the area which already has some hair and which can be hidden slightly through combing. And when it comes to the back area, the crown or the vertex area, we again go for the slightly higher density because the front is directly visible, the back is directly visible, the top is only visible if somebody bends. So, and that also can be managed through combing. So, this is the plan that we use. This is called smart use of resources because if we want to give a high density everywhere, then we would need 9,000, 10,000 grams, which is not a practical, which is not feasible number. So that is why these tricks are used where more hair, more resources are used on the more important areas and the remaining resources are used on the less important areas.